prophecy looks very interesting. I think we got a little bit of Egeria, Celestia, Furina, some curse that's being placed upon them, some punishment.
Let's split up here. I'm going to check on what's happening with the Spina.
Okay.
You know how it is. There's some things you just need to be there for yourself.
True.
You still have energy for that, Navia? Paimon's already beat.
That's funny, Paimon. Like, what exactly did you do to be so tired?
Just head back to the Fluvsandre and have a rest then. Thanks for keeping me company all this time.
Don't mention it.
I'll depart as well.
Aww.
Thanks for your hard work today. Rest well, everyone.
Everyone's breaking up.
Traveler, I will go talk to Furina tomorrow morning to ask about the stone slates.
Okay. Oh, man, we're gonna get some answers, hopefully.
I'm sure that you're concerned about this matter as well. If you have time, drop by my office. I will share the results of our discussion with you.
All right, see you tomorrow.
Are you really gonna talk to her about this directly? Will that be a problem? Paimon's getting a little scared now that it's come to this.
Nouvelette's an impartial judge. If there's anybody that's gonna give a valid and, unbiased opinion, it's gonna be him.
She has long been harboring secrets and will not give them up easily.
Yep.
Which makes it all the more my duty to ensure that she understands the present situation.
Exactly.
All right, we'll leave it in your hands then. You're probably the best person to talk to her anyway.
I will be carefully considering my words tonight.
Okay.
Traveler, Paimon, our safe house at the Fluvsandre is always open to you, as ever. So please don't think you're an imposition.
All right.
All right. I'll be on my way then.
All right. Navia and Nouvelette both depart. You and Paimon head to the Spina di Rosula. All righty.
We're finally back!
Holy shit, that echo.
Welcome back. We've got a special menu prepared for you two tonight.
Yay! And there's good food too! No, the boss is the best.
You did great as well, No, She said one quote, okay? We give Paimon credit where credit is due, okay? Don't go blowing smoke up her ass.
Ooh, desserts! Nice, these are all Paimon's!
Is that dessert? That looks like a piece of chicken. It's like a drum leg. That cake looks really good, though. That cake looks bomb. Baguette right there, like a piece, like the thing of bread.
Paimon's already starting to forget what happened today.
Oh my god. Could it be, chat? Could it be? Is that who I think it is? The centennial genius astrologist Mona Magistus who fell into the water?
Oh, that voice.
Oh my god.
Is that who I think it is?
Yo! All right, chat. I gotta make myself look good, I gotta be here to impress. I gotta dress to impress. Ma'am, it's been a while, I've done a lot of growing since the last time we met. It's great to see you, by the way.
Huh?
All right, stand up straight. Stand up straight. Come on, she's right there.
It's you two. What are you doing in Fontaine?
It is I. Ask me for directions, Arnold.
Mona?
Yo, let's go. I'm surprised she's here right now. Holy shit. Lady Magistus. Did the stars not tell you that we might meet here? All right, I'm just gonna be like Lady Magistus. Didn't she say that she doesn't like being called that? I just edited 2.8 Golden Apple, and one of the moments during that playthrough that I will never forget, it is the funniest bit, is where Fischl is like, "Greetings, Lady Magistus," and then Mona was like, "Can you guys please stop calling me that?" And literally not even 2 seconds later, Paimon's like, "Anyways, Lady Magistus," and I was dying. It was so fucking funny. The timing of that was so spot on. Paimon just didn't give a fuck. She was like, "Anyways, I'm gonna say what I want."
Seriously, nobody just uses a scry glass whenever they've got time to just see who they'll meet on the road.
Oh man, yeah, there it is. Welcome.
Still, we didn't expect to see you here. Wait, you're not a Fontanian, are you, Mona?
Oh my god, are we gonna get confirmation of this? People don't know where Mona's from. People think she's from Fontaine. People think she's from Mondstadt. People think she's literally just a wanderer.
Well, I have some business to attend to here, so I booked a hotel in the city.
Okay.
I was just out for a stroll when I bumped into you.
All right.
Quite unexpectedly, if I might add.
That didn't answer the question. She's like, "I can't afford Fontaine. You kidding me? I'm broke as a joke."
Why did you think I was from Fontaine, though? Is that because Magistus doesn't sound much like a Mondstadter surname?
Oh, wait, so is she... Okay. Hold on, pause, champ.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Paimon's the fandom, like 2 years ago.
Well, I used to have my own surname, which was, well, some other thing.
What?
Either way, the old hag told me when she took me as her disciple that the first step to being a great astrologist's pupil was to change that name.
Wait, so you're telling me your last name isn't Magistus? You're telling me your real name isn't Centennial Genius Astrologist Mona Magistus?
There was nothing for it, really. She really is amazing at astrology, so I changed my name to what it is now according to her wishes.
What?
To my surprise, however, Magistus is not the name of some ancient house or clan.
That's kind of interesting. She's like, okay, I gotta get married to my job, so she literally got a name change.
It isn't?
Nope. Although it is used by us in place of surnames, it generally just means great.
Mona the Great.
Wow! Imagine including a boast in your name. Wait, are you gonna have to put that into your genealogy as well?
That's funny. There's a little bit of narcissism there, not gonna cap.
I reckon so. In any case, I'd give my disciple a name like this as well, if
Bruh.
I were to take one.
And may I ask what your master's name is?
Astromancer Barbeloth Trismegistus.
That's a full name. We've only gotten Barbeloth up to this point. Give me a second.
Whoa, that's a long one. Does it also mean great or something?
My name means Mona the Great Astrologist.
Uh-huh.
As for the old hag, hers is, in plain speech,
The thrice-
thrice as great scholar of the stars. Just take it as a title specific to astrologists.
They're so boastful, both of them. One's like, I'm great. It's like, I'm 3 times as great. Get on my level.
Thrice as great?
Bruh.
That's so petty.
True.
I know, right? That's just how she is.
Bruh.
She used to call herself Magistus, actually, but when she took me in, she changed her
Wow.
name to Trismegistus.
She's like, I need to remind you who's boss at all times.
Talk about excessive.
Magistus is thus the calling card of our school, so to speak, which makes it about the same as a surname. It's all right if you don't get it. You can look into it further should you need to study astrology more deeply.
Or triple appetite Paimon.
That sounds terrible!
Exactly. It fits you perfectly.
But anyway, you're not Fontainian, are you, Mona? You're from Mondstadt, right?
Well, I was born in Mondstadt, yes. My parents migrated to Dornman Port, and I traveled with the old hag for a while,
Bruh.
after which I settled down in Mondstadt City.
Wow, confirmation. There you go. They finally ended the great debate of where Mona is from after 3 long years. Dornman Port, by the way, they keep freaking teasing this place. I'm getting mad.
Oh, that's a good thing then. At least we know you won't be dissolved by Fontaine's waters.
Oh, that's true. Okay, I guess that's what Paimon was getting at. I'm like, okay, good. So you're safe. You're safe, milady.
Speaking of that, I'm sure you're aware that a bunch of things have happened here in Fontaine, right? I know you're not a local, but I'd avoid getting too close to any water that looks strange all the same.
Yeah, that's the quote from the trailer.
There's something ominous about it. Well, the water, I mean.
So when does Nicole show up? Because, I mean, Mona's here. I figured they were both going to be here together because their quotes are one after the other in the trailer. Did you come to Fontaine because of the prophecy, Mona?
That was the main reason, yes.
Oh.
Just a while back, the Steambird invited me to take part in a panel and speak about the circulation of the prophecy as an astrologist.
Ooh, you should get an interview. I have the perfect person that would want to interview you.
The invitation was sent quite early on. I don't think anyone expected Fontaine to be in this much trouble.
What do you make of that prophecy, Mona? Just tell us what you think as an astrologist. Your word would go a long way to make things more certain and less scary.
Yeah, how do you feel about defying fate? That's what Furina's trying to do.
What I can tell you is that I'm an astrologist, and that this prophecy concerns the fate of Fontaine, even that of Altivat. Ascertaining this is akin to reading the fortune of the whole world.
Better tap into that Irminsul.
I'm afraid that this is not something that just anyone can do. If I could do it, you would no longer call me an astrologist, but a visionary.
Visionary, eh?
But on the flip side, the prophecy is so huge and powerful that it must surely come from a powerful visionary. Its contents involve the fate of the world. Disregarding it would be a mistake.
It comes from a powerful visionary. What does that mean?
A visionary? Sounds really powerful and all, but does such a person really exist?
Is that another term? Okay, I gotta write that down. Hold on. Visionary? Visions?
Of course. The old hag could do it. And I'd bet there are others amongst those Hexenzirkel colleagues of hers who could do something similar.
Oh, wow. Okay, so it's basically you can like foresee things to like a greater scale. I need to ascertain the accuracy of the prophecy. Could you help me get in touch with your master?
Are you sure?
So like visionaries are basically people that can like peer into the future practically.
All right, I'll help you. It isn't often that I see you with such a serious look on your face. I'll tell you once I hear back from her.
Okay.
Thanks, Mona. You're amazing as always.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Oh, well, this is something only I can do after all. So yes, your praises are quite welcome.
Yeah, there it is. Stroking the ego.
That's the greatest of astrologists for you. Of all the people we know, you know the star's the best.
The sky's a lie, by the way. Don't forget what Scaramouche said.
Indeed. That's the spirit.
Yo, Paimon's her hype man.
Oh, sorry. I came to see what all the commotion was about. If there's anything you need, do not hesitate to inform the Spina di Rosula.
I was actually going to say, I'm like, Paimon, you're kind of like screaming at the top of your lungs right now.
Oh, whoops. Guess we were getting a little too carried away there. Well, I'll go tend to my own business now. If I receive any news, I'll be sure to come find you two again.
All right. Bye-bye.
And there she goes, quick as rushing water. And here we are with the Spina guy giving us suspicious looks.
Well, we did make a... Who's we? You don't talk, Aether. Come on now. Try to keep it down next time, Paimon.
If Paimon hadn't spoken for you, it'd be you getting all the weird looks. The things Paimon does for you.
Well, maybe Hoyoverse should give me a voice of my own. You ever think about that? Maybe I should start being the main character of my own story. You ever think about that, Paimon?
That's more like it.
I can't catch a break, bro. Ain't no way.
Good morning. To be honest, Paimon's still feeling kind of sleepy. But it's time to get up, traveler. We agreed to go see Novelette, so let's pack it up and get going.
Alrighty. Another day of saving the world. Am I right or am I right? Mona, it was so good to see her again. I haven't seen Mona the Great for over a year. We go way back. We have history. We've been together for the last 3 years. A lot of shit's been going down. You know why my name's Ask Me for Directions, Arnold? I'm like, ask me for directions to where Mona is, Arnold. I'm always looking for where she is. I always have to be by her side.
You're here, finally.
All right, let's see. Finally, why? What's wrong?
Is something wrong?
Monsieur Neurvalette and Lady Furina, they seem to have gotten into a dispute. Please go see for yourself.
Okay. So don't worry, we'll take care of this. Don't let the kids see mom and dad fighting. No. Sidine, you don't deserve this. Uh-oh.
Like I said, I've already explained everything.
All right, well, I need more explanations. Explained.
And yet the problem has not been properly solved. There is little space for excuses between us.
Nouvelette's like, I ain't letting you get off the hook that easy.
It is not my intention to offend you, but please, tell me where you stand. You are the Hydro Archon Focalor, are you not?
You ever see the Star Wars meme? Where it's like the girl asking the question, the guy just stares. It's like, you're the Hydro Archon Focalors, right? I feel like that's happening right now.
Look at this. This is a list of the victims from the recent Poisson incident.
Furina, what's wrong?
You mean they're all...
Dead.
We did not arrive in time to avert this disaster, and I will not have it happen again.
Don't make Nouvelette angry. What's happening? Why are you cursed? What did Celestia do to you? I swear to fucking God, I will literally burn that freaking island. I will literally drop that island in the sky. I will watch it fall with my own two hands, and I will do it with my own 2 hands if they did anything to you.
I will say this once more. You must tell me everything you know.
I will rip that freaking island out of the sky if it's the last thing I do.
Yesterday, I found 3 stone slates in some ancient ruins near Poisson. Do you know anything about those?
Shit. He's pressing her, dude.
Seriously? You're questioning me like this is a court case now. I I don't know anything about that.
It's about to get to that point. You're about to be on trial.
But you found them in some ancient ruins, you say?
That's correct, which is why I came to ask you some questions. There should have been 4 slates, but one of them was missing. The other 3 feature different images that seem to correlate to the prophecy.
I like this editing they're using here.
The prophecy?
The second of these slates depicts the previous Hydro Archon Egeria kneeling before a floating island in the sky, as if confessing something. Do you know nothing of this either?
Does she even know Egeria?
I don't. I've never seen such slates.
I'll ask you again. Do you really have no information regarding the previous Archon?
Please! This is me talking right now. Give me what I want. I want Egeria lore, please. I beg.
My deciphering of the slates indicates that the Hydro Archon Egeria once had to confess to, or apologize for, a certain sin. If anyone would know about it, it should be you.
All gods don't have the same secrets, you know. She was herself and I'm me. Is it really so strange that I know nothing?
Yeah, kinda. That's who you succeeded, in my opinion. I think that's kind of weird. I'm not saying she needs to know, but I think it's odd if she doesn't actually know anything about who she succeeded.
I understand your concerns, but I'm sorry. I just don't have anything to tell you.
Forgive me for saying this now, Lady Furina, but I have long known of your various secret investigations into certain matters.
Uh-oh. Yeah, there was that one time she just walked out of the freaking courthouse or Palais Mamoni, and we were just like, where the hell's she going?
There are several indications that you have been investigating the prophecy on the sly. This is not strange in itself, considering that you are the Hydro Archon. But it is strange that you should also claim to not know any of Egeria's secrets, as well as do nothing following your inquiries.
Yeah.
You have never been as superficial as you have presented yourself to be, nor are you a fool. And yet, your behavior is very inconsistent.
Oh my god, what is happening, bro?
So you've been watching me all this time, have you? I didn't think you were that type.
This is no laughing matter. People are dead.
You...
Well, since you know about my secret investigations,
Bruh.
then you should know I'm actually working to take care of it.
She's giving split personality disorder, not gonna cap.
There's no point questioning or suspecting me. You're the Eudix, but you're still my subordinate. You should be following my lead.
Yeah, but you're like walking off into the woods right now. I'm just like, listen, you're the leader, but like if you're gonna walk off a freaking cliff, I'm not gonna follow you just because you're the leader.
Just trust in me. You're Archon and do as I say. Never mind whether you can truly convince yourself to or not. It'll all turn out fine.
I think she's putting on a front right now. I feel like she's like, oh man, I'm getting pressed to freaking hell right now. I need to put on a mask right now. I need to like overcompensate. I need to just be like, I need to reinforce to myself. I need to lie to myself to tell him that everything's all right, that I got this. I'm just like, bruh.
That's all I have to say. We do not discuss this matter again. Oh, the opera's about to start. Toodles!
No, ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. What? Bro, what? See ya. Bye, Felicia. Toodles. What? Oh, that slow motion runoff. What the hell?
Did Furina not notice us standing by the door? Wonder what's up with her. She was smiling. She didn't seem in the mood to care if we were listening in or not.
I'm just gonna say something right now, chat. I'm a little sus. She didn't answer Neuvillette when he asked, you are the Hydro Archon Focalors, right? And I'm just thinking, I'm like, I don't know. She doesn't have the Gnosis. She doesn't feel like a god to Arlecchino. So if she isn't the god, then where are they? Low-key, I'm actually starting to think it's the Oratrice at this point. The Oratrice has a voice. The Oratrice has the final say. Above Neuvillette, the Oratrice acts more like the god of judgment than she does. And I actually think that's where the Gnosis is. So... Who's this puppet, this corporate mouthpiece of the nation that's running around playing theater? I feel stupid right now. I actually don't know what the hell is happening right now.
I assume you've been outside for a while now?
Oh!
Yep.
You noticed?
We saw the whole thing.
Seems Furina didn't even realize we were here.
Sidine might need some therapy watching mom and dad fight like that, but, you know, I believe in the Melazine.
She was in a great panic, though I cannot discern the reason. Our discussion reached impasses time and again, a state of affairs that we cannot allow to continue. Still, I do not understand. Dialogue is the basis for understanding, so why did she keep refusing to engage?
Because she doesn't understand. I'm afraid questions alone might not suffice. You gotta put her ass on the court, right? You gotta put her on trial. That way she is forced by law to explain. We need to make her understand how dire the situation actually is.
Everyone in her inner circle has noticed that she is hiding some secret. The issue is her attitude. I fear that she will not reveal anything unless absolutely forced to.
Sounds like we're taking her to court.
We may have to create a situation in which she will have no choice but to speak.
Like, actually, we gotta take you to court.
Oh? Like what?
We gotta hit her with the subpoena. We gotta be like, you're being summoned, ma'am.
Normally, people will only reveal the truth when standing trial. Perhaps we must have the Hydro Archon experience just such a scenario.
Bro, she's heading to the opera house right now. She's like, oh man, I can't wait for this next trial. It's gonna be great. It's escapism. I can't wait. This is gonna be fire. And then it's just gonna be like, it's you.
But Furina's seen so many trials, and she's really good at dodging questions. How do we make sure that she won't just slip away at the first chance she gets?
Because if not, we're giving her a death sentence. I'm spitballing based on the trailer, but I don't really know the context.
We will need to consider this thoroughly, join forces with various parties, and then do what we can.
Are we really gonna, like, pull one over on Furina?
If at all possible, I would prefer to recuse myself from this affair, but we must prevent the prophecy from coming to pass. This may be cruel to her, but all Fontaine is in crisis. The information a god possesses is too precious, and so we must take a chance on this.
In that case, we will need help. God damn.
But who will lend us their aid to do such a thing?
I think I know who to call. On the boat, somewhere near Quiet Poisson.
Well,
I was gonna say
that's everyone,
Ghostbusters, but I was gonna say, who you gonna call? I know who to call. I was gonna say Ghostbusters, but chat's literally going at it. I was like, a bunch of people just died, so I feel like that's in poor taste, so I'm not gonna say it.
Speaking of which, it was pretty smart of you to think of hiding here.
Poisson was just involved in a disaster, so it's presently devoid of people.
Lynette.
That naturally makes it the best choice.
Yeah.
And here you are drinking tea like it's the most natural thing in the world, huh?
Tea! Risley! God damn you, you're influencing the people above!
That's what family should do. Sit and enjoy a leisurely time together.
Hey!
It's nice to enjoy tea here, you know? Care for a cup?
Yeah, I saw someone in chat earlier mention this similarly, but I had to do Linny's story quest the other day because I was fearful that not doing it would have interfered, and this is where that interference would have happened. So I'm glad we got that out of the way first.
Lend me your ears, everyone.
Ooh. Girl boss?
Or perhaps one of you might like to start us off. How about you, friend?
Oh, Fremine!
Me? No.
No.
I don't think I can.
All right, he's the shy one of the group. Come on now. Could it be the Traveler? Paimon's just gonna speak for me.
Then, how about you, good sir?
Damn, is everyone's spirits just crushed right now?
I fear that I will cause the mood on this boat to become as somber as it is in court.
Tensions are high, you know? Everyone's a little on edge. I get it.
Well then, I guess we're lucky we've got a local like me to organize things.
Yeah.
Wonderful, the spotlight at last. I guess I'll be facilitating things from here.
I would talk, but I don't have a voice. Oh shit, Clarin's here too!
Don't you think?
Yo, everyone's here!
Oh, you might be right. Anyway, to cut to the chase, our friend here, the Traveler, has brought us together to discuss something.
Wow, literally the entire squad.
As for what that is, well, let's start by saying that we'll be pooling our efforts together to create a series of traps.
We're gonna freaking hook, line, and sinker the Archon.
Oh, how intriguing.
This reminds me of the Sumeru Archon quest, where everyone was at the table in Aru Village and they were going over their plans. They executed the plans and then they like retroactively explained how it would work. This is kind of reminding me of that.
Well, it's just an expression, really. One that I just learned from Chlorand and used on the spot. So, let's invite her to explain in detail. A round of applause, please.
Oh, the clapping! I didn't think they'd actually... Yeah, we got some petty claps in there.
Huh? Didn't you say that you would be facilitating this?
Oh, come now. Your work doesn't involve much public speaking, right? This is a good chance to practice. You might even pick up some fancy oratory tricks to impress your boss with in the future.
I love their interactions a lot more now because Navia's drip marketing came out and we found out through the drip marketing that them two grew up together. Like they knew each other as kids. I love their banter now, even more so.
I see. And what does my boss say?
He is glad that you consider him your boss. Do go on.
In that case, do any of you have experience hunting?
Not that I recall.
Fremine and I once used a wooden stick in a basket to catch wild rabbits when we were younger. As for Lynette, oh, right. You were sick that day, weren't you?
I used 3 limited edition bear traps in Wolvendom to catch a boar, and none of them worked, and I lost out on the item. So that's my experience with hunting. I tried my best back in the day, okay? It was version 1.0. Get off my back.
I've also gone diving to catch some fish before. Does that count?
Clarin's like, we're doomed.
I'm afraid not. You may or may not have heard, but Fontaine once played host to a group known as the Marechaussee Hunter.
Yo!
Though that was their name, they did not hunt animals, but rather various monsters left behind by the ancient dynasty of King Remus.
Yeah, the stone golems, right?
Today, Fontaine's monster population has already thinned greatly, so the hunters have blended back into society, taking up arms in other lines of work. They even left a unique methodology of hunting in their wake.
I love how the lore on something like weapon and artifacts, which is generally isn't always like explored in the main plot line of the game. I love how they're integrating that into the main Archon quests, because those are almost exclusively left to like world quests or just reading in general. I like that they're bringing that to the forefront here.
A trap comprises of the following components: bait, a trigger, and a containment device.
Oh.
Sometimes a lethal implement will also be necessary to deal with the prey.
Okay.
So, if we were to build a trap together, right now, what would you choose to build it with?
For me, I would prefer something basket-shaped. Pigeons and rabbits will see the bait and naturally enter the snare. Our line of work requires a deft hand, and we're some of the best in the industry, so you can count on our techniques.
Okay, that sounds like a strong response.
You used some of those techniques while moving the people of Poisson, didn't you? My subordinates mentioned that you even performed some magic for the bawling children.
Where's the magic pockets? Was that just a one-time gig?
Yes, and I even managed to gather some intelligence in the meantime. I'm quite the multitasker if I do say so myself.
I should have put that on the list, the magic pockets, because they haven't talked about that since.
I'm afraid I can't claim that as my strong suit. I prefer more stable methods, like placing bait in the water and waiting for the fish to come within reach. That's the kind of method I would count on.
Okay, so he's like a lie in wait kind of person.
Calm and steady. Exactly the kind of person who would catch loads of fish.
And I can be their assistant.
There you go.
With discretion, I'm sure.
I'd probably use some sort of mechanical animal. Papa once bought me some small clockwork squirrels, mice, and such.
Aww.
When placed in the forest, they can attract others of their kind. I remember that you liked those too, didn't you?
Aww.
I did. And that would be a good way to go about it. If they're realistic enough, animals of the same kind will follow them all the way to the trap.
You know what that just reminded me of? Clorinda and Navia remind me of Blake and Yang a little bit. Aesthetically, I think more so aesthetically, and their color scheme.
What about you, Monsieur Neuvillette?
I'm just like, I'm noticing.
I fear I do not have any related experience.
That makes sense. You usually solve problems directly, without the use of any such tricks. But I do have one more question for you, monsieur. If we were to create a trap now, how would you design it?
I would like for it to be effective, but bring no harm to the prey. A more gentle trap would be ideal.
That's good. That's a good answer.
Kind, as always. However, our intention doesn't necessarily change the containment device and the type of implement we need. If we wanted to kill the prey in one strike, we would need a powerful implement. However, that also goes for prey that must be captured and safely contained.
And this is Furina we're talking about.
Wait, why's that?
Only a hunter who's a true expert at subduing their prey can snare it without harming it. The line that divides life and death is often exceedingly thin.
So, are we going hunting together?
Huh. We hadn't thought of seeing ourselves as hunters. It kinda works, but maybe it's still not the best metaphor.
If our means of capturing and dealing with our prey is to put them on trial, then the hunting metaphor is actually quite accurate.
Oh, damn.
But we shall require much more courage than any hunter to judge a god, a being whose seat is an exalted throne.
This sounds so epic. Oh my god.
Oh, so that's what's going on.
Sheesh.
Sounds very interesting.
Yeah, oh my god. Clarin's hunting metaphor was just that, a metaphor. You will not call this a hunt because it is not what you should do at present, nor has the relationship between you and Furina reached such a dire stage. What you need is simply the secret she is keeping. Attempting to take her secrets is an act of sacrilegious disrespect, but must be done to prevent Fontaine from sinking into the waters as foretold in the prophecy. This is neither hunter nor prey, but there must be a trap. This is what you will need. That is what you will need. Okay. The stage of fate. Lay a trap with your companions that will allow you to judge a god. Oh my god. You know what's really funny that I'm thinking about right now, guys? The Travail trailer talked about how, like, the Hydro Archon lives for the spectacle, seeking to judge all other gods. I think it's kind of ironic that she's willing to judge others as if, you know, she doesn't have secrets herself that are worth calling into question. I just think it's funny. I just think it's a very interesting, like, parallel. She's willing to, like, put others on the hot seat and to judge them for their lives and stuff like that, putting them on trial. But then at the same time, if there's anyone that's worthy of that position, it's her right now, you know? In the eyes of people like Nouveled and us, she seems very passive in all the stuff that's going on, like to a haunting degree, to the point where it's like, we have to like use your own legal system against you because that's the only way we're gonna get answers. And I just think that that's very interesting. Alrighty guys, we are continuing on with the Fontaine Archon quest for Act 5. We are hatching a plan. We gotta ensnare and bait a god. We gotta debate Furina. Oh. Hold up.
It's been a tough few days, hasn't it? So much has been happening.
Oh, we gonna see Mona again? Those meetings sure did make me hungry. I just had lunch.
Paimon didn't think the meetings would go on for so long, but everyone seemed pretty fired up, huh? Paimon thought they'd be at least a little frightened. Well, Fremine was, now that Paimon thinks about it, but everyone else just looked a little surprised.
Do you feel more confident after the meeting, Paimon?
Well, it's hard to say. Paimon doesn't have any experience with this sort of thing. But with you around, Paimon sure will do great.
Aw.
After all, you're the most reliable person in the world, aren't you? Huh?
Is something wrong? Wait, what the hell? Nani? Is something wrong?
Did you just pour some tea? Paimon didn't notice you doing that at all.
No, I didn't. Risley! Risley, where are you? I swear to God, this man.
Then what's that?
Hold up. Is this Nicole?
Paimon's never seen that cup before.
That looks like a teacup. The Hexenzirkel tea party. Oh my God, it's literally Nicole. Hold on, it's literally Nicole.
Don't be frightened. I'm just joining you two for tea. I merely refrained from saying anything till now.
Wait, what? Is she invisible? Is she the teacup? Is she spilling the tea right now? What is happening?
Who's that voice? But there's no one here.
Is she literally everywhere?
Aw, have you forgotten me already?
No, never. Wanderer Archon Quest interlude.
Wait, you are familiar. You're the voice we heard from the sky in Sumeru.
Yes, sir.
The voice from the sky, I fear that description is wrong. Though, not completely wrong.
Paimon was like, God, is that you?
You're feeling lost now, just as you were feeling previously.
Wow.
I sensed that confusion and thus came to you. Guiding people is an irresistible hobby of mine, after all.
Oh my God, Hexenzirkel crumbs. Who are you and what do you want with us?
Consider me a passerby.
Holy moly.
Just accepting a commission from my friend's disciple on a whim.
My friend's disciple. Oh, Mona? Friend's disciple. So this is one of the friends of Mona's master, the enigmatic N of the Hexenzirkel. Allow me to ask you, will Fontaine's prophecy come true?
The prophecy. Yes, what has been prophesied will be fulfilled. You may view such things as the history of the future.
Oh my God. I wonder if she's gonna be... I wonder if any of the Hexenzirkel members besides Alice are gonna be playable. Like, I really want Rhine-Daughter to be playable.
What? Then is there any way we can stop it?
I believe you have witnessed a failed attempt with your own eyes.
Ooh.
Can everything in Teyvat so easily be changed?
Mage N. There it is again. Fate.
Ah, so you've caught on.
Oh, man.
Just as prophecies are usually only the future as seen from the perspectives of the gods, could things be happening in hidden corners where the gods' gaze does not fall?
Conria moment, anybody?
Are the things that you shall see different from the fate that the gods perceive?
Oh my God, please. I hate this talk of gods, man. I feel like Celestia is going to wake up any second now. Oh my God.
What is she talking about? It all sounds really impressive and important and stuff, but it also sounds kind of scary.
Yeah, I'm just like, do we really want to go down this route? The tea in the teacup is just as gone as well. Oh, damn.
I believe that you understand, right? Some things are insignificant, but others you must reach out to change.
Yeah, that was the quote from Dainsleif.
Ultimately, fate shall serve as your only guide, no matter what will happen in Teyvat's future. All you need to do is to play your part.
All right, chat, I'm going to break this down right now. Fate will serve as our only guide, and Paimon's our Teyvat guide. Our fate is in Paimon's hands. Also, Nicole is spilling the tea. That's why it's no longer in the teacup.
This was good tea, by the way. Thank you for your hospitality.
Actually.
Well, that'll be all for today.
Actually, good tea.
The voice. It's gone.
Sheesh. Mage N, is this the clue you're leaving for us? Holy moly. We just had a conversation with a Hexenzirkel member. That is crazy, finally. What the hell?
I want to hear someone talking.
Uh-oh.
All right, coming.
You're getting more diligent, Paimon.
Hey, it's you who's getting lazy, okay?
Well,
Hey.
I see I've walked in on some lively banter.
Thank you for the tip, Mona.
Mona!
How have you been these past few days?
Fine, just fine. I went to take part in that Steambird panel. It turned out to be more interesting than I expected. Not all Fontainians are pessimistic about this. One journalist mentioned that sitting around and waiting for the end to come would be wrong, and that they should make their own rescue preparations.
Damn.
I agreed, so we had a brief chat with her.
I was wondering if she talked to Charlotte at all, or if that's Charlotte.
Did she have pink hair by any chance?
Oh my God.
Why, yes!
Let's go!
It was Charlotte. You remember her, right?
Hell yeah.
Daredevil journalist.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'm in full support of her view. Prophecies are very important, but how can people allow their lives to be commandeered by just a few words?
Exactly. Don't wait around for things to happen. Make them happen.
That's right! Paimon's glad to hear something sensible for once.
Ah, yes. About what we had discussed before. I did try, but I'm afraid I couldn't reach the old hag. I'll try again tonight, but I wouldn't get your hopes up.
Imagine we see Barbeloth and she's like hot as fuck or something, and Mona's just been calling her a old hag this whole time. What if she's aging like a fine wine, okay? Actually, someone already came over.
Huh?
You tell Mona about the mysterious guest.
Goodness gracious. Are you serious?
I believe she came to pass a message to us.
She said that even the god's gaze has blind spots. Pretty bold if you ask Paimon. Most people would believe the gods to be all-knowing, right?
The Hexenzirkel members are certainly anything but ordinary.
Oh, yeah.
As for the mage named N, the old hag has mentioned her a few times. She said that N's sense of direction is incredible, and that she loves guiding those who are lost.
Yo, ask me for directions, N?
But I've never met her, and if she were still alive, she'd be... Well, suffice it to say that the hag's at least a few hundred now, and N's been around for longer than that.
Oh my god, they're actually... Alright, they definitely have to be, like, smoking hot, right?
Whoa, the Hexenzirkel sounds like a scary group. But they must really stay in shape to live so long.
Damn.
Their abilities alone are pretty terrifying. If she came to see you personally, then the problem you're facing must truly be of great importance.
Well, it's not like Paimon could understand anything she said.
Yes, she was quite cryptic, but I suspect she means that there is still a way to turn things around. She didn't say when or what that would be, though, so...
Okay.
Perhaps it is something that you cannot know right now.
True, her words were meant to be helpful hints, but when will we realize their value and meaning? Was that the best answer that my question could have gotten?
Traveler, Paimon, are you two all right?
Oh, we're fine. We're just a little down right now. It kind of feels like the end is coming, you know?
Oh, yes.
I see. I feel that same sense of desperation, too. I guess you could consider me someone who has often witnessed fate. So far as I have seen, it cannot be swayed.
Until now, I'm the traveler. Bear witness.
But even so, I still hope for and believe in miracles. Astrology is eternal and rational, but fate may not be. It is cruel, but it can also be beautiful.
Kari Bear, Clotar, defied fate somehow. His son became the Loom of Fate, and he was able to die despite being cursed with immortality. So fate works in mysterious ways.
Perhaps that's what N was trying to tell you. Not to lose heart, and to believe that what you are seeing playing out before you is not yet set in stone.
Exactly.
I did originally think of steering clear of all this, but I couldn't. Even if this is all futile, I still wish to help everyone.
Okay.
If we don't struggle to the last, then how can we face the end when it comes?
Huh. You do have a point.
Yeah, we needed Mona's advice in this situation.
There I go, talking about astrological principles again. Sorry about that. The moment I start talking about work-related stuff.
Yeah.
I need to get going.
That's why she changed her name, chat. She's literally married to her work. Don't worry about it, Mona, and thank you.
It was worth trying to comfort you, even if only a little. I believe that you'll help those who are struggling in the same way I did. I suppose that might be why we always seem to meet by coincidence.
Take care. Also...
Paimon feels kind of moved by what Mona said. But also kind of sad, too.
It's also really cool that she's a part of, like, an Archon quest, finally, after all this time.
Hey, Traveler. Paimon suddenly feels like going outside for a walk. Let's go.
All right, let's do it. Wait, what?
Let's walk around the city, shall we? There's a few spots we always like to walk by.
Hold on, I just had like a realization. Did Paimon say she wanted to go outside for a walk? Paimon's never walked a day in her life. What is she on about? If I ever see you on your 2 feet walking on solid ground, I actually think it would be super weird if Paimon was walking.
Huh? Our names are written in this newspaper.
Oh!
What's going on?
Yo, maybe we're famous? Yo, Charlotte, put in a good word for us.
Let Paimon see. The underwater stronghold, the Fortress of Marechaussee, has continued in its noble autonomy. But that does not mean that others cannot interact with it. My recent attempts to enter the fortress bore little fruit. Guess Charlotte still hasn't given up on that. Thus, did an Outlander friend become the focus of this report.
Nice.
A blind adventurer with their white fairy, legends trailing in their wake. It is said that this mysterious traveler once visited the underwater fortress.
Nice.
So while the fortress's interior remains a mystery behind closed doors, do not fear, for the tales of the traveler contain surprises in spades.
That's a great write-up.
Journalist Charlotte's biggest scoop yet. The Traveler's Trail, World Walker.
Wow, that's actually a great write-up.
Huh. Charlotte took so many awesome photos of us and we never even noticed her.
She's literally stalking us.
She hasn't been able to get a hold of anything at the fortress, so since we're easier to find, she's using us as the subject matter instead?
That sure seems to be the case.
Ugh, seriously? Well, fine. Those headlines and photos do look cool, so Paimon will forgive her this time.
It's like Paimon will allow it. I love how we're like taking one final stroll. It's like, oh man, this place is amazing. It's really unfortunate that this place is going to be underwater by the end of the day. We're lamenting what's to come.
We're here! Paimon's hungry. Should we go in and get something to eat?
Oh.
Hey, quick. Look!
That's what?
That's the limited edition, only 16 slices a day cake!
Only? What do you mean only 16 slices a day? What the? It hasn't already sold out for a day?
It was so delicious the last time we tried it. Despite the tense situation we were in, let's give it another go. Paimon's sure it'll be great.
Paimon's like, I can down all 16 slices. Just watch me. We can't let anyone get ahead of us.
1 slice of cake, please.
Are you serious? Is that Sidine? If that's Sidine, I'll let it pass.
Someone showed up after all.
Hold on. Who is it?
Oh, wait, you're the one.
Okay. You know what? This is a treat for them. They're like, you know what? I saw some shit. I'm going through it right now. I need my comfort food.
Oh, are you here to buy cake too? It seems Monsieur Neuvillette was right. You really can eat.
Nice.
Wait, did he really say something like that?
For you, yeah.
That's right. Even he has his own preferences when it comes to food. As for me, I love the cake and coffee here.
I love Sidine. Sidine!
Do you come
You're
here
all right
often?
in my book.
Usually every day.
Yo, 1 slice of cake a day keeps the melazine at bay.
Every day?
It's part of my daily schedule, apart from work. I shall have my cake and coffee.
Ooh.
Then what if someone told you one day that this place would be closing soon, and you wouldn't get to eat cake here anymore? What would you think?
What would happen if your cake was suddenly underwater?
But why would it close?
Oh, they'd be like, oh, so I'm a melazine.
Well,
Damn.
Paimon doesn't know either, but maybe the waters will rise tomorrow. You know, like in the prophecy.
Paimon, just let her have this, please. She just saw her dad and Furina arguing and has been working herself ragged all day. What are you doing? She's sabotaging right now. I don't like it.
Oh, the prophecy. To be honest, I haven't paid much attention to that. No, still, even if there'd be no more cake tomorrow, that wouldn't keep me from having some today.
True.
No, it's the same for eating in general. You might not be able to eat tomorrow, but if you can do so today, then you should carry on.
True.
That's what people call living, you know.
Yeah, live in the moment, Paimon.
Huh.
Don't be sad. Excuse me, could I have 2 more slices of cake to go?
Sidine's like, oh, you know what? If they're closing tomorrow, I better grab some for the road.
These 2 slices are for you. Sigewinne said that this kind of expression you're making is what humans call being sad.
Aw, that's so I thought she was like, as a matter of fact, Paimon, now that you say that, maybe I should take some just in case. Aw, that's actually so sweet.
Oh, you know Sigewinne?
I sure do.
Her sister.
She was born before me, and she sometimes comes to the surface to teach us things about humans.
They're all sisters, by the way. Of course she knows her.
She said that humans are creatures that are saddened easily. Yes, and you can only lift their spirits by feeding them delicious food. So please try the cakes here.
She's not wrong. Am I right, chat? We're humans. We know for sure. Actually accurate.
I've got something else to do, so I'll be going now. You two try to stay in a good mood after eating, all right? Bye.
Oh, what a bundle of joy. I love her. Ah, so sweet.
And there she goes. All right, let's dig in. Paimon's sure this cake will be delicious.
What are we doing in the meantime? We're just like chilling?
Delicious than last time. And the flavor gets even better with a sip of tea. It sure would be nice if we could come again tomorrow.
Did you just gaslight Sedine of like, oh, what if this place closes tomorrow? And then he just like, I said that so that way I could be first in line tomorrow for the cake.
Sure would be nice if we could always eat delicious food here.
Paimon's talking as if this place is already gone, like as if it's already underwater. It's so depressing. Yeah, Risley would enjoy some tea.
We're near the Steambird office. Let's go look for Charlotte and have a chat.
Let's do it. Oh, so really quick, I actually found out that they added a world quest by the reputation lady, so I can't continue. Luckily I did my reputation this week before the patch went live, so I'm just gonna, hopefully it doesn't like auto trigger. Yeah, I think it's this one right here. There's a Melazine from the Marechaussee Phantom. So I'm just gonna, yeah, there we go.
Wow, if it isn't the Traveler and Paimon! Oh, have you seen the article I wrote about you?
We did.
Ha! You've got some nerve. You just used us to make some quick mora.
Can we negotiate a profit split?
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I heard that you were in Poisson some time back, so I sent you a letter to discuss just that. It appears you didn't receive it, though. It's all right, though. I've set aside the amount intended for you. I've even set the table with some food.
Ooh.
Really? Oh, you're the best.
Damn, Paimon, that was quick.
You're almost a little too easy to win over, Paimon.
For real.
If I were a journalist with ulterior motives, you'd be in trouble now, you know.
When we get to Celestia, Celestia's gonna win Paimon over just by giving her food. They'll be like, Paimon, you've been a great spy for us up until this point. Come on back over to us. And she's gonna be like, I'll never abandon the Traveler. And then they're gonna be like, here's a piece of chocolate cake. And she's gonna be like, say less.
Oh, Paimon knows you're not like that.
Still, what brings you here all of a sudden? Were you looking for me?
When Mona mentioned you, we thought of coming to see you at work.
I see. It seems you've already bumped into Mona here in Fontaine.
Yep, a couple times.
So she mentioned me? What did she say?
She said she agrees with your stance.
She said that you're a real daredevil of a journalist.
I love Paimon's little impression attempts. They're so funny.
Nice. In which case, can this daredevil journalist dare to request an exclusive interview with the legendary Traveler and Paimon?
Really?
Huh? So your article in the paper today doesn't count?
Oh, of course it doesn't. That was more like live photography. What I'd like to do is dive deeper and ask you to talk about the things you've seen and experienced.
Okay. Well, you seriously want to interview me?
Yeah. Are we even qualified enough?
Why not? If I say you're worth an interview, then you're worth it. But not right now, of course. I'll need a few days to prepare.
Yeah, you're not worth it right now, okay? You scum of the earth.
Oh, in that case, we'll just chat when you have the time then?
Oh, so that's a yes? Ooh, splendid! I'll tell the editor-in-chief immediately. I'll have to apply for lighting, a venue, some props, and...
Oh my god.
Whew, so much to get done now. Talk to you later.
Sheesh. Dude, she really just made a come up on us.
Wait, Charlotte. Paimon's still got a question for you.
And what's that?
If, just for example, Fontaine were to be flooded tomorrow?
Paimon.
What would you do today?
Huh. That's the prophecy you're talking about, isn't it? I mean, I do hear about it often, but I've never once thought that the day could be tomorrow. If you're seriously asking, then I might try and think of a way to leave Fontaine. Oh, but I'm still a journalist first and foremost. That means I have a duty to be reporting from the scene.
No.
And secondly, I wouldn't forsake my homeland that easily.
She would literally risk life and limb. For her drip marketing, they mentioned, the editor-in-chief mentioned that, like, Charlotte will literally risk her life to uncover the truth of a story to the point where they have to send her on field reporting in other nations so that way she doesn't get, like, in trouble or anything on the home front, which is why I think we met her during the TCG event because, like, they literally had to ship her away for something.
From what I've seen, most people don't know what they'd do should the worst come to pass. In truth, it might be better just to behave like normal rather than worry over such an end. So in all likelihood, I'd probably still be prepping at the office for that interview of ours. I know what you're thinking. That sounds a bit sad, but I've always believed that it's best to do what you enjoy. Just think about it. If this nation really were to be suddenly destroyed tomorrow, but I still successfully finish an exclusive interview with a truly unique person, then the story I would wind up writing would truly be timeless.
She's like, I would transcend.
And then do you know what I'd do? Well, I'd write that story, send it for printing, and use messenger pigeons to get copies out to the various nations as soon as possible.
Yo.
I'm not a dreamer, nor am I a workaholic, but I do love my job, and I'd be proud of leaving such an article behind. I guess you could say that I was born to be a journalist.
This is such a impactful, like, response from her. She's, like, getting to the heart of it, too. She's going all out. Bro, when are we getting the Daydreamers Club? I'm so shocked that we haven't gotten it yet. I thought we would have learned more about it or, like, interacted with some of the Daydreamer members. I'm so shocked that we still haven't.
But anyway, that's my answer. And on that note, I'll get back to my preparations.
Alrighty, see ya.
That's so nice. All of a sudden, Paimon actually kinda envies her. Anyway, let's go and take a look at the sea, shall we? The sea breeze and scenery can be a pretty soothing combo, huh? Paimon's been thinking.
Yes?
If it wasn't Fontaine, but all of Teyvat that would be destroyed tomorrow, where would we go and what would we do?
I'd be dead, Paimon. What do you mean? Are you okay?
No, Paimon should ask, if you could choose, what would you like to do?
I'd like to hit it big on the gacha and pull for that double 5-star character. If I could choose, huh? I'd see my sister one more time. Nah, screw it. I'd go out and hang out with the Aranara. I'd go hang out with the Aranara, like, no bullshit. I would literally just be like, yo, boys, this is our last day alive. Let's have one last festival Utsava before we all bite the dust. I would literally go and hang out with the Aranara. It's just like Charlotte said. Suddenly, trying to consider what to do is pointless.
We've always been moving to the next destination, so we haven't spent much time thinking about these kinds of things. We didn't have to either, with us always being on the road and whatnot.
That's so depressing, though. Unless you're deeply, like, troubled by your own human mortality, which I find myself thinking about. And when I think about it, I actually start getting, like, scared. It's just better to not think about the possibility of dying. And if or when you die, you won't know when it'll happen. So you'll never be in that, like, state of perpetual fear and depression about it. You know what I mean? It's just better to just live your life like Charlotte said. Until that moment comes, I think I'll keep journeying on.
You mean still traveling?
Yes, cherishing every single moment that I have to look upon this world.
Huh.
Wait,
isn't that what we've always been doing?
Basically, I'd just be doing the same thing. I still got other nations to get to, okay? I have Natlan, Snezhnaya, the Abyss, Celestia, Conria. The banter goes back and forth between the two of you as time slips by. As night falls, you return to your accommodations and end this busy day. The next few days are just as calm. Charlotte comes to find you and conducts the interview in the Spina di Rosula safe house at the Fleuve Cendre. The camera. Navia, having finished her business in Poisson, even drops by to take a photo with you two. All goes well until it doesn't. Where's Furina? What is she up to?
Feels like you'll grow mold if you stay here long enough.
Damn, Paimon. Talking shit about the Fleuve Cendre, damn.
But it's still better than the Fortress of Meropide, that's for sure. It's not only damp there, but salty too.
I thought the delivery of that sentence was so funny.
So the two of you are still here. Wonderful.
Isadora.
Oh, you're from the Palais Mermonia, aren't you?
Yes, I'm Isadora. Monsieur Nervilat sent me to look for you two before. I heard that afterward you went to the Fortress of Meropide.
So you were under the impression that we might be wanted criminals.
Not at all. I'm well aware that you're friends of his. Actually, I'm here to pass along a message from him.
Did something happen?
Yes, inside the Opera House. The Marechaussee Phantom has declared the incident a small-scale riot.
What?
A riot?
What the hell?
Well, that said, I don't personally think it was that serious.
Damn, they're like, bro, we're getting ready to freaking raid Furina's courthouse.
Lady Furina was watching a performance at the Opera House, and while she was resting during an intermission, some other audience members suddenly started harassing her.
Oh, is that the bait? Did they bait her already? Was that the play?
Loudly accusing her of doing nothing about the prophecy crisis.
Oh, shit.
And before she could respond, others started to join in.
Yeah, she's getting roasted by her own people now.
The crowd continued to grow, and protests against the Hydro Archon started to break out.
So people have started to put the blame on Furina. Guess they finally found an outlet for the pressure they've been under due to the prophecy.
Yeah.
I agree. People will naturally rely on gods, as is customary. But the moment people feel threatened, gods are also the first to be blamed.
That is true. That actually, it's kind of ridiculous.
So what happened after that? Is Furina okay?
The moral of the story, don't depend on gods for shit.
Seeing that the situation was spiraling out of control and that further argument was pointless, she claimed that she'd gotten tired of this and left in a hurry. The Marechaussee Phantom had their hands full maintaining order and did not catch where Lady Furina had gone. Only when things had stabilized did we realize that she had gone missing.
Damn, she straight booked it.
So, you mean she's still missing?
That's right.
Oh my God.
Has dispatched many people to search for her, but we don't have any leads yet.
Where could she be? Where would I be if I was Furina?
That said, I don't think there's much to worry about. She is a god after all. Even if she were to fall into the hands of rioters, what could ordinary people do to her?
She's a cursed god, though. We don't know what she is, actually. I don't know what she is at this point. I understand the situation.
Good. Monsieur Nervillet sent me to tell you about the situation, but he didn't say anything else.
Don't worry. This is more than enough to go on. Thanks for keeping us informed.
Nice. Okay, it's a good thing we learned about that.
Is that so? Well, all right then. In that case, you two take care. I'll be heading back to the Palais now.
Bye-bye. The look.
Well, sounds like we should hurry over to Poisson then.
They just had a whole conversation with that look. They just understand each other. You sure catch on quickly. Exactly.
If we know Furina, she won't try to fix things in this situation. Instead, she'll look for a place to wait out the heat.
Oh, is she going to the ruins area in Poisson?
And as we also know, she may be loud and dramatic, but she doesn't have a heart of stone. When Nervillet was talking to her in the Palais Mermonia, and she heard about Poisson, she couldn't hide her sadness and remorse. It would be hard for her to ignore being accused by the public today. Paimon thinks Furina's probably taken the opportunity to slip away to Poisson and try to relieve the sense of guilt that she's feeling.
We're gonna go back to that depressing music, Chad. I can't.
Well, what do you think? Paimon knows the answer, of course, but Paimon can do the analysis to back it up, too. Cool, huh?
I see becoming a detective's done you some good.
In that case, there's not a moment to lose. Poisson, here we come!
I should have wrote that on my list of, on my expectations. Bro, if they bring back Detective Paimon for one last hoorah, that would be so goated. Detective Paimon is the best thing that's ever happened to Genshin Impact. I don't even care.
This place looks deserted.
Oh.
Guess all the survivors must have evacuated already.
Yeah.
All that's left here are signs of devastation. Could Furina really be here? Let's try to find her as soon as possible.
She down there? Yeah, there she is. Oh my god. Furina! Oh my god. I just jumped into the primordial waters because the cutscene started. I'm glad it was water I fell into and that wasn't fall damage. My goose would have been cooked right there.
That's Furina, right over there.
Damn. I just drowned.
She really is here all on her own.
I'm a casualty just like everybody else. Stay quiet for now.
Should I just give up? This is all meaningless. What was meant to happen did happen after all. Everyone's dead.
Not everyone. You still have your city. You know, use this as a lesson. Or use this as, motivation to not let it happen again.
I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Give up, Furina. There's no point in holding out.
I just don't understand. I'm just like, why does she feel like she can't do it? She's supposed to be the Archon unless she's not, but like, what is going on here?
I'm sorry. But what can I even do other than to repeat meaningless apologies over and over?
Oh, she doesn't know we're here.
Who's that?
Sorry.
Don't worry, Furina. It's just us.
So it is you, blonde traveler from another land. Why, I almost thought you were someone from that mob of my ignorant subjects. Come to kneel and beg for my forgiveness.
This is so painful. Great voice acting, though. Spectacular performance from the VA, but it just makes me feel so bad for her that she can't even, be herself because there's all of these expectations on her.
Furina, You were crying just now, weren't you? The tear stains on your face are obvious.
What do you mean, tear stains? Oh, I remember. The show at the Opera House earlier this morning was so moving. I'm still trying to process it. Who did that uncivilized rabble think they were, disturbing my enjoyment of the arts? They even dare to tout their Archon. I must teach them a lesson. I can just imagine their twisted and frustrated faces once they realize that I'm nowhere to be found.
This is where I feel like she's Focalors. Focalors is a mask. It's almost like Amy being the Prinzessin. Like, it's the front. We just saw who Furina was. Scared, uncertain, feeling very insecure about herself in the situation. Very human. She's not like this god that's to be revered.
Oh, and I'm sure Nouvellette and those people from the Marechaussee Phantom are freaking out right next to them, too.
Stop trying to act tough, Furina. Yes.
Of course not.
Hey, there she is! The Hydro Archon's over there!
Oh, come the fuck on, bro.
Quick, after her!
What do you mean, after her? Huh?
Furina, those people seem to be after you.
Bruh.
They are? They're just some rabid fans who want to cut the line because they haven't been able to meet me in person, aren't they?
What line? What do you... what?
That's against the rules. I can't let them get their way.
Chat. I think we've lost the plot at this point. I'm just so lost.
Furina just ran off.
This is so trippy. I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone right now.
Quick, we have to catch up with her.
She's so complex, though. I feel like once she tells us, it'll all make sense. But right now, I'm like literally in the dark right now about everything. I just feel like she kind of feels a little crazy. Not in a like, look at this crazy woman. Like, not in like a condescending way, but in a like, she's going through it. Later, nerds. Just get debated.
This should be the place, right? Hey, Furina! There's a good hiding spot over here. Quick, come to Paimon before the rest of them catch up to you.
What is this place?
Hurry, they're almost here.
Oh, what is this? Oh, it's the trap. Is this the trap? Are they setting up the trap right now? I was literally like, I thought this was organic. This is the trap, the house.
Fine. I suppose haste is warranted. Lead the way.
Oh my god. Hook, line, and sinker, I think.
Paimon's exhausted.
Hold up.
I'm so tired.
I feel that.
I totally thought they had caught me.
Yo, she just like me for real, bro. I'm tired.
No, I mean, I merely gave in to the sheer enthusiasm they displayed.
This place is not what I'd call soundproof.
You're right.
Damn.
Yep, that's a good girl.
Oh no, that's Primordial Sea. That's another tremor.
What's happening? The ground's shaking. Is it an earthquake?
Another disaster just struck, I suspect. This is either all a part of the joke, right? This is a part of the act, or shit's actually about to happen.
Yeah, a quake of this kind preceded the flooding in Poisson, didn't it?
It can't be.
Oh no.
It's happening again.
This girl's about to have a freaking panic attack in this freaking locked metal box of a house.
Well, there's no need to worry too much about that. Nouvellette's made some emergency plans, so the evacuation should go a lot smoother this time.
Yeah, I hope you're right. But the people of Poisson, they've already...
Has Furina finally reached her limits? Now that she's talking about her actual feelings, she's starting to look far less stiff. You begin to talk amongst yourselves as Furina slowly calms down.
It's true. I've been investigating the prophecy for hundreds of years.
Oh my god. I love how we're potentially gonna get like more information and we're just like in this random ass place surrounded by fish. This is not the setting I was expecting to talk to Furina.
I once had informants all over Teyvat, searching for clues and feeding information back to me. I've tried all kinds of ways too to hold back the sea. Anything to keep the coastline from advancing. But all my efforts proved to be futile in the end. Really, the truth has been clear to me for a very long time.
What about Egeria? The primordial sea, I think, was spawned from her.
We cannot make an enemy of the divine. No matter what we do, the will of the heavenly principles will have its way, and the prophecy shall be fulfilled.
So I think that means that the prophecy is from the heavenly principles. Is the primordial sea from Celestia? But even then, you still haven't given up, right?
Give up. I do love the sound of that phrase. It would mean finally coming to terms with fate, but also for me to finally be free.
But that would also mean that all hope will disappear.
Indeed. I've thought about giving up so many times, especially after we almost lost Poisson. Fate is really unreasonable, isn't it? It has no heart and obeys no rules. The prophecy has only just started to come true, and so many people have already lost their lives. But just now, it all became clear to me. I still don't have the right to come to terms with fate on behalf of everyone else. As long as the final moment hasn't come, it's still not too late.
That is true.
Don't worry. I will keep hope alive for everyone until the very end.
This is so overwhelming. Like, I can't imagine what she's going through.
Well, that's enough for now. I got the impulse to play the stricken maiden, but honestly, considering my rank and station, that wasn't a good fit at all.
You know it's okay to let your walls down, right? I'm not gonna judge you. I care about you, okay? I'm actually kind of concerned at the same time that you just don't allow yourself to feel anything.
Don't take any of what I just said seriously. How could I possibly let Fontaine fall to the whims of trivial prophecy?
Come on! Paimon could have sworn you were actually being honest just now.
Yeah, it's okay to be vulnerable. Don't worry. We're running out of time. We can't just go back to square one like this. I have to get more information out of her. Furina, you might not have to shoulder this burden alone. Although I don't know what you might be keeping from everyone, your people are more than willing to share your burden with you.
Share my burden.
We got through to her. We got through.
That's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this would be my duty alone.
Bro, I feel like I'm talking to two people right now. I say the right words, her walls go down. I don't follow up, she reverts back. And I'm just like, I need some consistency in my life. But even if your burden doesn't need to be shared, you can still choose to confide in someone. Just share it with me. I'm what you'd call a witness.
A witness?
Oh!
Yes. I've heard that you came to Teyvat from beyond the stars, yes. In other words, you never belonged here.
I'm what you call a descender. I love how we're a witness, considering we're about to be in a court trial.
And if Teyvat is, in its entirety, a show on a stage, then you're just a spectator, aren't you?
That is true. I'm not a part of your performance, Furina. I'm literally watching the show.
If that's the case...
Uh-oh. She's like, I could use you for something. There's no time left. Please, Furina, just spit it out. Cutscene? Hold up? Come on. Come on! Please. Oh, this fucking primordial seawater! Whoa! No way! No shot! No fucking way! Oh
gentlemen, this concludes my opening performance.
Oh my God! There's no way Liddy just pulled that off. Bruh! We just had to keep her busy. We just had to keep her in the box. That was literally the trap. Wow. I did not see that coming. I know I said that that was the trap, but I thought everyone else was gonna show up. I didn't know that we were gonna pull a freaking magic trick and get this thing to the opera house. That first rumble, we were like, oh yeah, don't worry about that. It's, you know, the freaking primordial sea's acting up out there. But I guess they were transporting it. You know how like the magic boxes from Act 1? Like how they're like, oh, we put it on the freaking thing, we slide it across, and then we bring it up. I think that's what happened here. Wow, I can't believe it. That's so cool.